Nokia is a company that pioneered the smartphone game. They dominated in the 90s and cruised through success in the mid and early 2000s. What happened was they were off to a fast start with innovations in technology and very pioneering ideas that led to their success. And they had some very great mid-range feature-rich phones that you could actually take advantage of that were definitely great to use. What happened was that they hit the plateau back in 2012 when the company started hitting a slope, and they started competing with companies like Apple, the iPhone, and Android, such as Samsung, which were dominating with those two platforms. And what happened was the company wanted to keep using Microsoft to be a little bit different from all the others. Shortly after that, the Nokia 3, 5, and 6 were launched around the same time, January and February. The first one that hit the market was all three of these phones, which January was the Nokia 6, and then February the 3 and the 5. The 6 had the 3 gigs of RAM with the 1.1 gig octa-core processor and a full HD screen, whereas the other two sported the 720 screen. The Nokia 6 had the biggest screen out of all the three with the 5.5 inch, and it had Nougat 7.0 alongside of the other two as well. On the left, we see the Nokia 6, but in the middle, we see the second biggest one, which is the Nokia 5 at 5.2 inches, and the Nokia 3, which was 5 inches. The Nokia 5, which is the middle phone we see, had the octa-core, whereas the 3 only had quad-core. And then when you look again on the left is the 3, which sported 2 gigs, as well as the 5 on the other side of it. But the Nokia 6 had 3 gigs of RAM. Also, I wanted to mention that the 3, which is the smallest one, and the 6, the biggest one, had the NFC inside of it. So the Nokia 5 will not have the NFC feature, but the NFC feature will be present in the Nokia 3 and the Nokia 6. And one of the things that they did was they ran these three phones on the Android operating system, and they're not Microsoft. So I would highly recommend them in the year 2017 with all the features inside of it. Let's take a look at the Nokia 9, which is presumed to actually have a 5.3-inch screen, 2K resolution, 64 gigs of RAM, and then it's going to have a quad core with actually 4 gigs of RAM. 22 megapixel on the back and actually 12 on the front, 7.1 Android, running on the quickest system, and it's going to have 38 millihour battery, full capacitive touchscreen, and it's going to be a really great phone for 2017 to compete with the Apple and the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 and the Apple um, 8, which is expected to be released. Also, it's going to not include NFC, but it will provide the compasses of the no gyroscope on there either. So it has some good features. The president of the company and the CEO of HMD announced that the Android system is lacking when it comes down to the raw skin, and they don't give you the raw Android operating system. Well, he claims that this one, the Nokia company, will provide that for you and have the fastest updates possible. So the Nokia 8 is going to have this 5.7-inch screen, 2K resolution, 64 gigs of RAM. It's not provided here what the RAM will be, but the ROM will be 64 gigs. 24 megapixel camera on the back and 12 on the front with the 7.0 Nougat 3,999 millihour battery. It's also weighs a feather at 130 grams, so that's pretty light for such a big device. So expect a lot out of this one. You're gonna get expandable up to 256 gigs of ROM, and then you're gonna get the gyroscope as well. It's your boy Serrano, and if you've seen or heard anything in the channel or in that video that could have been help to you, definitely give a comment down below. Click the subscribe button so I could see you on the next video, and give a like right here. Also, click the bell as well so I could actually notify you when the next video will be released. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.